Hello everyone and welcome to the first DevRel Deep Dive of 2026. I'm Lottie and I'm joined by Seb. Hello Seb.
Hello.
And Lee from the CMS team. Hello Lee.
Hello, I'm Lee.
You are Lee. Thank you so much for joining us. We've had quite a long break. I don't think we intended to have quite a long break. The autumn festivals were busy, and then there was this thing called 17 that was being launched. That of course had a lot of publicity about itself anyway. So we took the autumn off here in DevRel Towers, but we're back for 2026 with a vengeance because today we're celebrating the release of 17.1 that has come out, dropped on NuGet this morning, thus asking Lee here to demo a couple of new features, improvements that are in the product as of today. So Lee, if you'd be so kind.
Sure. So Umbraco 17.1 out today. Let me share my screen. Okay. If I close that. Right. Okay. Well, we don't want to see this, do we? Right. So, yes. Well, just in case, this is the release is quite lengthy. Many bug fixes, many features. But not all of those features are, I don't know, dare I use the word sexy to demo? But let's
I think you just did, my friend.
visually, compelling for video. Okay, so the two ones that I've been involved with on the back office side have been sort mode in block editors. So this is not a new feature. This did actually exist in version 13, but it wasn't in 14, 15, 16. But it's now back in 17.1. And the idea with this is that if you had, say, a grid editor, like the one I've got here from the starter kit, if you have something like custom block views, if the length of your editor starts to get a bit long and you wanted to start to sort blocks in various ways, you would have to do a lot of scrolling in the thing. So the sort mode is an option on the property action. So if you click on the three little dots next to a property, you can either copy all the blocks, replace them all, or enable sort mode. And if you enable sort mode, this will bring a bar at the top, change your custom views it back into just regular what would you call just panels, and then they are more easily sortable. So you can this way you can toggle between your custom views and however you've got your layout to an easier way to do sorting, especially if you've got a lengthy page as well. It will just collapse things in and make it more compact. So that's available on the block editor and the block editor, block grid and block list editors, and you can toggle it either by toggle on or off in the property actions, or once it's enabled, it comes in with a bar and it comes over here. Now the difference that we've done here for version 17 is we have made this available to all property editors. So if your property editor needs an exclusive list, a sort mode, let's just, from my own instance where I have my own community package contentment, there's a block editor inside there. I could reuse this functionality by adding the property action to be available for my contentment editor, and the panel could show at the top. I've not done that yet because this has only come out today, but it will be something that could be added, and if you have your own property editors, then you could add this to that as well. There is documentation up on the doc site, so I won't go into how you do that particularly, but just that we've built it in a more extensible way than it was in version 13. So in that, it's a new feature.
That's really cool. I really like the subtle animation there of the icons that are wiggling a little bit.
Yeah. This kind of came from OS X sort mode where all the icons would wobble. Yeah, I don't know. It could be cliche, but it's there. It's good. Yeah. So that's the new the block sort mode. So the feature is only on block grid and block list at the moment. I can't think of what other property editors that we may add it to in future, but like I say, it's available for other property editors to use it. The next kind of sort of biggish feature, which again was something that did exist in version 13, was an ability to add other preview environments. So now once you start working with the delivery API and headless environments, using the built-in Umbraco preview feature is not always what you want. You would like to see it previewed in your headless environment. So you needed a way to be able to activate that from the back office. So I'll flip over to the documentation we have for adding these in. So this was something you could enable in version 13. It required some code. It still requires code on how to do it. I won't read through all of the docs, but in essence, if you want to activate this feature, what you need to do is on the server side, you need to configure a URL provider, which can then point to wherever your headless environment is going to be. And if you need to do extra code or logic to figure out where that is based on the content, so things get passed through to the method. So like you pass through the content object and the culture and the whatever segment you're going to use. Say if you're using Engage, Umbraco Engage, you can have different scenarios set up, and then once you have that on the server, on the client side, you still need to create a preview option. And the reason for this is that the server knows nothing about the UI. It doesn't know how you want to label it. It doesn't know what icon you want to use for the button. So you need a way in the back office to say this wires up with the other one. So you can add a new these are called workspace action menus, and I'll come back to the back office in a minute and show you where this lives. And you would add it as a preview option, and then also where you wanted to allocate it to say what workspace action this is going to add to. This will make sense in a moment. The key part with the server side is that you will have a URL provider alias, and whatever you put on the server needs to be matched up with this, because that's what it's going to be speaking to on the back end. So whatever you call this here in the C#, you need to call it the same here on the front end. So once that's in place, you will then get an extra button on your save and preview menu. So if I go back and show you how this is, so I have my save and preview right down at the bottom, and I've added a custom preview option for that. I don't have the full headless setup, but that's how it would work. I was going to show some code, but the code is literally exactly the same as this code. But that's the other new feature. So you can have your own custom preview options. So they're the two main features that I was working on for 17.1. So that's
and
those.
Can you stop the custom save and preview on showing?
So that's a way of how you would configure all extensions in the back office. So there's documentation on how to exclude certain extensions. I can't think of the syntax off the top of my head, but you can. If I type in exclude up here, there'll be some documentation if it works.
Come on, internet.
Here we go. Yes, so you can exclude various whatever extension. I think at the moment.
And that is using that exact example at the top of
that it is. Yes.
Yeah.
So that would remove that extension, which wouldn't remove that button, but
nice.
put this button in place if that doesn't exist.
Nice, because I remember hacking around things like that in sort of version 8 days. But of course, are we going to get bored of saying, but now you can do it properly?
Well, now there's a supported API. That's the beauty of this. Yeah.
That will make a lot of people very happy, I'm sure, because I'm sure people have had to put quite a lot of work in how to make previewing headless work well for editors. So good work.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
No problem.
I'm not going to ask you to find this pull request in the very long list of pull requests, because there is a lot of bug fixes and various things that have gone into this release. But one thing I did notice, one thing that piqued my interest, was a PR which is now, as far as I understand, when deleting media, if there was nothing else in the media folder, it's not that one, it's another one. It will actually delete the folder. So, because I've worked on sites where I've noticed, I deleted media and trashed it from the recycle bin, and the folder was still there. And I've worked on sites where you've ended up with lots and lots of empty folders, and I always figured there was a really good reason for doing it. And I think back in the day, perhaps there was a worry that perhaps changing folder structure might cause IIS to do something or other. I don't know. But obviously we no longer have that worry, because I understand that this is no longer the case. It will work out. If there are no other files, if these were the only files in that folder being deleted, then it will also delete the folder. Something
there is
that
also a new option available so when you delete an item, and when it goes into the recycle bin, actually a media item, it's still available if you know the old URL to it. There's a new option that you can put in your app settings to disable that behavior, so it will hide. It will show 404 when you're requesting the media item that's in the recycle bin.
I think, did that come in 16? But I think maybe there's been something that's been fixed in 17. I think something like that. But yeah, so it actually renames the actual media.
17.1, but
I might be wrong. Actually renames the media item URL in effect, so that it's no longer visible.
Yeah.
Which is the default behaviour you're saying, but you can.
Default is the old behaviour.
Okay.
And you can enable. It says enable media recycle bin protection.
So when you put media item in the bin, the URL will no longer work, which I think is probably what people would assume would have happened anyway, but obviously it hasn't, because the files are still in the recycle bin, right? Yeah.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
There was something else I wanted to share as well. I've just suddenly remembered. I did think of it earlier, but I've just remembered again. Which is it's a developer experience enhancement. So if you are creating packages, or just making extensions, then this may prove quite handy as well. So, let me just show something. So, if just to get technical for a moment, if we on the front end, if you were creating a custom web component and you wanted to consume a context, and you would have this way of having the constructor, and you would say, let's consume the context, and then you would do things with the context inside here, or observe things, whichever else. We have a newer, neater way of dealing with this. Rather than having a constructor that says call consume context, we've added a way to say just consume context. So you can create a field with a decorator at the top saying consume context, what the context is going to be, and then that's the type. So you don't need to make a constructor to do this now. It's now 2 lines of code instead of, 7 or 8 lines of code. So we've got things like that, yes. And this is something Jacob added for 17.1. So maybe we can start to clear up code, but just small little increments of DX that we wanted to add.
So obviously, how using the constructor still works. It's just this is the quicker way.
The syntax sugar. Yeah.
Yes, that if ReSharper had the power, it would go, I can change it to this if you like. But because in scenarios where you still need to do things inside, once you've consumed a context, then you can still do this approach where you can do extra logic inside here. But if you are purely just doing this just to get the context and store it into a field, you don't need to do that anymore. You can use this approach. Nice.
Yeah. Yes. I'm sure we've got some other DX things, but I can't think right now. Yeah.
Yeah, well that's okay. It's a deep dive in a short sense. I'm sure for people who've been working a lot with extending the back office, they will go and look through that long list of bug fixes and improvements and see some things that will resonate for them. Which Seb, perhaps you would like to share your favourite way of looking at release notes.
Yeah. Which is the releases page. So releases.umbraco.com. Maybe this is new as well. Oh, I have new features here as well. There's an option to get some quick install instructions, which just leads you to Paul Seal's excellent package scriptwriter page. You can also read the upgrade guide, and that takes you to the documentation. We can see we have 164 bug fixes, 16 of them by community members. This one says Dirk is new, but Dirk is not new. He's been doing this for about longer than I have. He's just used a new GitHub account.
Cheat. Sorry, Dirk.
Cheat,
we appreciate you.
Absolutely. But if we scroll through it, and indeed the extensions are here listed, and there's a few more developer experience extensions. There's a very long list. Very quick. And I just wanted to note that this is maybe a little bit extra long because when we start releasing release candidates for Umbraco 17, then we stop taking any more contributions. The release candidate means we should be able to release this. So things got moved to 17.1. So it's been it's a few months of work that's in this release, but really good work. So yeah.
I like it. We've got added Calm now. Someone with the username of the name of Calm has been helping make it a friendly and restful CMS, clearly.
Exactly. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Well, I look forward to upgrading the community website that we're working on at the moment, 17.1. In fact, hopefully we'll do that before the end of the day and have that live on cloud. Why not? It's the joy of cloud. Why not? Should be easy. I might just double check that sort view with the custom block views that we've sort view mode with the block sort mode with custom views that we have. I'm not saying I don't trust your work, Lee, but it's good to test, isn't it?
It is good to test.
A good question there is: does UFM work when you're in sort mode, so you actually know what blocks you're moving around?
Yes.
Yay!
Nice.
Yeah.
Phew.
Yeah.
Now we just need to implement some UFM.
I thought you were going to ask does UFM work. I was like, oh no. Glad it carried on. Yeah.
Okay, so if you have as in UFM, which is saying what item you are in the list, if you move it up.
So block labels, customized block labels to show you the names of the items and things like that. Well, whatever you want actually, because you can customize it quite heavily these days.
Oh, I was going to say that if you've got one which is showing the index, and you're moving things around, which is therefore changing the index, would that change on the fly?
Yes.
Cool.
Magic.
Or modern technology.
Simple modern technology.
Yeah. I think after such a revelation, I think that's probably a great place to finish. Thank you so much for taking the time to do that demo for us, Lee.
Thank you for having me.
Please, can you go back and carry on your work?
I will do.
Version
Carry
18.
on your magic.
Yeah. When's 18 is? That's 2 weeks after Code Garden. I remember it's June the 23rd. Okay, good to know.
Wow. Okay. You knew.
Yeah.
but in my head's the release candidate.
Yes,
because
of course. Thank you.
Yeah.
That is exactly your deadline.
Yes.
Whereas the public one, yes. Good. Well, keep up the good work. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you again soon for another deep dive. Cheers, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.